Hail to the king, baby. The greatest and most accurate NFL power rankings have returned post-draft. So you got free agency, you got cuts, you got trades, and then the brand new draft class, brand new quarterbacks of the future everywhere. So let's rank them 32-1. Let's get it done on the most accurate power rankings in the known universe. That's right. 32 Green Bay Packers. Woo! And I know what you're saying, that, hey, this is a Vikings channel. This might be a little bit biased. Don't care. Do not care. So, Aaron Rodgers, the octogenarian bird bones, I think he's done. I think that it is true that he's played his last down for the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers. He's going to do movies or host Jeopardy or force a trade to the Broncos or something. But Packers are in trouble, man. They are, because without Aaron Rodgers, the alleged 2020 NFL MVP, hashtag not my MVP, they're an XFL team. Sorry. And I like Jordan Love, but it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. 31. Stop Bears. And I know, having two NFC North teams at the bottom, don't care. Start your own channel. So the Bears got traded up for Justin Fields, which is funny since Ryan Pace is using draft picks next year that he's not going to be around to use anyway. So, but the offensive line is still suspect, even though they traded up for Tevin Jenkins, who I do like a lot. And weapons-wise, Mooney's good. Allen Robinson's still pissed off. He's on the franchise tag. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Plus, throw Andy Dalton in that hilarious mix. It is funny. And Matt Nagy, fake-ass Brad Childress. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. There's going to be drama, and it's all going to be over for the Bears. And I think Justin Fields is going to be broken, just like every other Chicago quarterback before him. 30. Got the Houston Texans. Well, still a mess, man. I have no idea what's going to happen with Deshaun, and they're weathering the storm of not having significant draft capital due to Laramie Tunsil trade, thanks Bill O'Brien. So, I mean, Casero is doing the best that he can, but I think they're a solid 5 years away from contending or doing anything. 29. So you got the Broncos, where Teddy does give them a breath of fresh air, where getting him for a 6th-round pick, I think that's a really nice move by George Paton. Now, they ignored quarterback early, and they picked up other needs, where maybe this defense gets it together. Maybe Von Miller has a little bit left in the tank. Offensively, they have weapons all over the place. So if Teddy does beat out Drew Lock, which is Drew Lock, or maybe they trade for Aaron Rodgers, because I don't know, maybe the thin air will help with his osteoporosis and cataracts. I don't know. All right, but maybe the Broncos are able to rise up in the AFC West. 28, the Bengals, where Joey B reunited with Jamar Chase, and it feels so good. The offensive line, still questionable in spots. They did pick up Riley Reef, so he'll be a solid veteran presence, and I don't know. I think Joe Burrow does deserve better, but at least he'll still have Jamar Chase that he won't have time to throw to. 27. So the Giants they traded down and with the Bears, so they moved up to get Justin Fields. And you overdraft Kadarius Toney at 20. I still think he'll be a lot of fun, man. So the wide receiver core, you got Tony. You got Baby Tron coming over from Detroit. You signed John Ross. You got speed for days for Danny Dimes. Plus you got Saquon back at full health. So offensively, maybe they'll get something done. Plus it's the NFC least. So what? 8 and 9? Probably good enough. So weird with the 17-game schedule. Parsing out records. So 8-9, win the division. Go ahead. 26. You got the Jets. Hope is abounding with Zach Wilson coming in from BYU. They are a young and fun team. You got Mims. You got Elijah Moore. You got Mekhi Becton, who's turned out to be a really nice left tackle. You got AVT, no matter what you trade up to go get him. So they have the makings of a good team. Are they going to contend anytime soon in the East, even with the Patriots down? I don't know. 25. Got the Lions, where, hey, congratulations, got Penny Sewell to follow you. It's a real talent to just go BPA. Congratulations. Jared Goff is not it. They got future draft capital just to warehouse his contract. They literally have no wide receivers. That literally have none. So that's whatever. 24. Washington. So you got Fitzmagic. You re-signed Taylor Heineke. You didn't really address quarterback at all in the draft. You did sign Curtis Samuel in free agency and drafted Jamin Davis, a super fast, twitched-up linebacker from Kentucky. So Ron Rivera just adding to that front seven. Defensively, they're solid. Offensively, 23. The Eagles, man. They could not pass getting Devonta Ware. They even had to trade in division with the Cowboys to leapfrog another division team, the Giants, to go get their guy, Heisman Trophy winner, reunited with Jalen Hurts, formerly of Alabama. Then he showed up at Oklahoma. Plus, you got Landon Dickerson, who I really love. You got Milton Williams on the defensive line, and Jalen Hurts. I think that he will prove to be the guy. So the Eagles, they do have some interesting pieces. Plus, they got a ton of future draft capital. This is going to be a multi-year rebuild. But, I mean, this year, well, we'll see what happens this year. 22. the Jaguars, where you got Trevor Lawrence. The expectations are there. Numero uno. You got Urban Meyer. You just signed Tim Tebow to be your 33-year-old tight end. It's amazing. But that defense is still raw. Offensive line did not improve one iota. So, I mean, they're young. They're fun, except I don't think they're quite ready for prime time. 21, the Raiders, where, I mean, thank you for taking Leatherwood. I did not expect him to go off the board that early. Thank you for taking Leatherwood so that we could get Christian Darrisaw at 23. But the Raiders, I mean, they could be in on the Aaron Rodgers Derby. It seems like they're never sold on Derek Carr. But Gruden and Mayock, I don't know. It's like Keystone Cops, man. It's a slapstick comedy what's going on in Vegas. 20. So you got the Falcons. Kyle Pitts at 4. Man, I love Kyle Pitts. He's an absolute unicorn. And, you know, they missed out on quarterbacks 1 through 3. That's whatever. They passed on Fields, the local guy. They passed on Mac Jones. I don't care. But even if they trade Julio Jones, this offense is going to be good. And they're all in on Matt Ryan the last couple years of his career with Arthur Smith now in place. 19. So you got the Cardinals, where the Cardinals definitely march to the beat of their own drum. So they take Zaven Collins, a guy that overlaps quite a bit with Isaiah Simmons, their first-round pick last year. And then they just take Rondale Moore in the second round, where, okay, I mean, wide receiver was a position of strength on this team with Nuke, and he signed A.J. Green. He got Christian Kirk. He still have Andy Isabella, who was drafted before DK Metcalf, by the way. But they traded for Rodney Hudson, and they're building around Kyler. So hopefully this offense will be decent out in the desert, and Kingsbury will get someone going. 18, excuse me. So we got the Los Angeles Superchargers, where you get Rashawn Slater to watch Justin Herbert's ass. I like that. They're rebuilding that offensive line. Defensively, I think that Staley and company are going to get things together. And this could be a sneaky good team, you know, going forward. I do like, plus they got Josh Palmer in the third round. Ooh, I love me some Josh Palmer, man. I really do. 17. Cowboys. So you got the Cowboys. You got Dak back. Micah Parsons is going to be bad news on that defense, man, where they're getting him at 12 after the trade down. So I think that's a pretty solid pickup where, man, that's gross. 16. Panthers, where start of the Sam Darnold era. I don't know if it's going to be long for the Sam Darnold era, but they do have a better offensive line than with the Jets, even though the Jets did have Becton. He does have a touch better weapons as well, reunited with Robbie Anderson. They do have one of the most fun and fast defenses in the NFL, and you add J.C. Horn to that. Oh, by the way, J.C. Horn wearing number 8 in honor of Kobe. That's going to look tight, man. That's going to look pretty damn good. Matt Rule and company got something going in Carolina. 15, the Steelers. 11-0, my ass, right? So this team still has needs and holes all over the place even after the draft. Yeah, Najee Harris is great. Yes, Pat Freiermuth is great. But offensive line and defense is still pretty meh. They still didn't make up for the loss of Bud Dupree. They still have some needs up the middle of that defense, linebacker and secondary, and offensive line is just whatever. Just whatever. So I think that Big Ben is going to be shelled. Hey, congratulations. You re-signed Juju because no one wanted him. Great. 14. The Rams. I'm not buying the Matthew Stafford. I'm not. If you look at this team on paper, this team is worse than last year. It was. And even with Jared Goff under center, this team was okay, like barely make the playoffs. Maybe you do something. Maybe you get an upset win in at Seattle, sure. But nah. I mean, Matthew Stafford, like I said, I've always respected the guy. I thought he was tough, but he was by no means a franchise changer. So all of a sudden, he just goes to L.A. and that's supposed to change? I don't see it. I think that they will disappoint this year. Next up, staying in Division 13, Saints. Actually, I lied. Not staying in Division. So the Saints actually gained by losing Drew Brees and his dead-ass arm. I think Ian Book could eventually be the future, but Jameis and Taysom are going to get the shots first. I think they'll both play in some conjunction. Taysom Hill will always be that sort of gadgety type quarterback. Defensively, I think they're still solid. So, yeah, the Saints are still going to Saint. Whatever. 12. Dolphins. They built around Tua. They drafted and signed speed. They got Jalen Waddle. Also, they signed Fuller. So protecting Tua is going to be a plus. And I think now, without Fitztragic coming in and just relieving him every other drive, I think that Tua could actually flourish and actually be someone with Florida. Ooh, plus they got Jalen Phillips on that defense. Son, come on, man. 11. Seahawks. Where this roster is in shambles. They only had 3 draft picks. But as long as they still have Russ, which as of right now they still have Russ, they're going to have a fighting chance. 10, the Niners, where this is a Super Bowl roster, man. Last year they fell off the face of the earth because of injuries, but now they add Trey Lance and they keep Trent Williams. I think this they have a chance to be a very, very good team. I mean, they got Kittle, they got McGlinchey, they got Ayuk, they got Debo. I mean, they got Trey Sermon at running back in the 3rd round. Come on. 9, Colts. Colts are going for it, man. So they just signed Eric Fisher to a 1-year, $9.4 million deal. I like their draft, adding Kwity Paye. I feel like Chris Ballard is very good at going BPA and still addressing needs. It's a fun balance. Plus, Frank Reich gets Carson Wentz back. And, I mean, Carson Wentz, even if he pans out on all of the accelerators and conditions for the picks, I still think that's a hell of a deal, a hell of a good trade where if Wentz can stop being garbage, I think Frank Reich has a chance to do that, but I don't know. 8. So you got the Patriots, where Cam with weapons around him, it would be nice to see. Offensive line will be improved. You got Trent Brown back into the mix. They did lose Joe Thuney, but that's whatever. And then they signed everyone in free agency. Belichick's just like out here making it rain, baby. 7, the Tennessee Titans, where you lost Arthur Smith as OC, but should still be legit on that side of the ball. You still got Derrick Henry, still got A.J. Brown, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be good to go. Plus, Caleb Farley's back is good to go. That defense will rise again. 6. You got the Browns, where Browns, Stefanski, overachieved year 1, made the playoffs, won a big-time playoff game against the Steelers. I think that they will build upon that in year 2. They added Clowney and John Johnson on the defense. Plus, he drafted Newsome, and he had Jokes, so that defense is going to be revved up, ready to go. And hopefully this year, Baker Mayfield will finally take that step under Stefanski and open up that passing game a little bit more. 5. So you got the Ravens. They just reload, man. It's so unfair. So they trade Orlando Brown Jr. to the Chiefs, get a first-round pick. They take Jason away to replace Matt Judon and Unique freaking Ngakoue. They draft Rashad Bateman. And, man, how do they do it? How do they do it? Every single year. 4, Bills. So the offense should still be solid, even though... So they let go of Smokey Brown. They brought in Emmanuel Sanders. I don't know if that's an upgrade necessarily. They didn't draft a wide receiver per se. So it's still going to be the Stephon Diggs show. They still have Brian Daboll, Josh Allen, who they're going to have to pay pretty soon. That's going to be interesting. I think that he could still be at an MVP pace. So, yeah, we'll see. 3, the Chiefs, where they were embarrassed in the Super Bowl because of a bad offensive line, so they completely revamped the offensive line on the fly. They traded for Orlando Brown Jr. They signed Jumpin' Joe Thuney to the highest guard contract in NFL history. They signed Austin Blythe. They signed Kyle Long. They drafted Creed Humphrey. Man, baby. 2, got the Bucks. Of course, they're the champs. They return everyone. I mean, they got to be 2. They got to be 2. So really respect what they're doing down in Tampa. Big respect to BA. And number 1, yes, it's got to be it, right? Where you fix the offensive line, you finally drafted your left tackle, Christian Darrisaw. You brought in Wyatt Davis no matter what. Defensively, you just signed everyone. You got Diesel, Dalvin Tomlinson, Nick Candlelight Vigil, the remnants of Patrick Peterson, and it's almost like addition by addition because you get Daniil Hunter back, you get Michael Pierce back from opt-out, you get Kendricks and Barr back healthy. Wow. Plus, you get your quarterback of the future. Shoot. Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, a good offensive line, angry Kirk Cousins because now there's a quarterback with a pulse behind him. It all adds up to Super Bowl, man. Vikings, Chiefs, Vikings, Bills, Stephon Diggs revenge game narratives for 2 weeks of all that. Whew. Let's go. Pretty fired up. But your thoughts on our thoughts? Well, actually, no. Your thoughts on the most accurate power rankings in the known universe, which is exactly what this is. Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Must support that work. Post some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.